Hello, I'm Doug and this is the Taste and Sensibility channel, and we are exploring Brie-Like cheeses, and this is episode number 25, where we're looking at Harbison from the farms at Jasper Hill. A petite bloomy rind cheese wrapped with spruce bark. Ooh, it's one of those. Okay, so we're nearing the end of our journey here, and I think there's only one more cheese to try after this. But I've been tasting these and trying to figure out all about Brie-Like cheeses and this bloomy rind stuff and all these things growing on the outside. I should have brought a knife. I'll start over. Now it will yield. That was pretty big talk, wasn't it? There, I'm seeing a little bit of something moldy on the spruce bark. The cheese looks just fine and totally normal, so I'll be trying to get this thing off. Okay, I'm not going to take it off. I will be using a spoon. I get it now. I think this is one of those runny ones where it needs a little case or a little structure. The rind holds it in on top and bottom surfaces. Okay, spoon time. Okay, I got a couple spoons here that I'll use if necessary. And Harbison is mentioned in Liz Thorpe's book, The Book of Cheese, which has been my guide for this whole exercise. For two of her gateways so far, we've done fresh cheeses in an episode last year, and then we've done the Brie-Like cheeses, which is her Brie gateway in this book. But Harbison's mentioned here. And the short version is it's a cow milk mushroomy cheese. She says the nose is a hot mess, but the palate is better. So I'm just going to go ahead and I guess I'll get a flatbread ready. What am I smelling? Moldy, mushroomy, earthy notes. Nothing really dairy on the nose. It might be one of those sulfury ones. Like cook broccoli and cauliflower and things. Put off some of those smells. So let's get some out. Wow, okay. This is flowing on its own. So the spoon idea was right. And trying to break into the spruce bark form on the outside was wrong. So, look how wet that is. Okay, so you can't judge a Brie by its rind. A big chunk of rind here, and the inside looks like some sort of vanilla custard. Okay, here it goes. Creamy, very complicated. That's a complex palette there. There's 6 or 7 different things going on, and I can only name 3 or 4 of them. Okay, repeat. I'll get another piece of rind. And more of the wet cheese. It is kind of sticky. It sticks to itself pretty well. And seems to stay put when you put it on a cracker. I'm getting just a tiny bit of chill. It's been out of the fridge for a couple hours. And the sensor still has a little tiny chill on it, but not much. Sticky, clingy, high mouth fat. High fat mouth feel. There are a touch of the sulfury notes, but they are faint, distant in the back. Is it There's a nice sweetness. There's a nice, wow. Well, I don't even know what to say. This is really good. So we've had one cheese from this place before that was wrapped in a spruce bark, and I think it was washed with apple cider or something. So it did not strike me this way at all. This is a whole different animal. And Liz has a section at the end of the chapter where she mentions her three, she gives 3 suggestions for very approachable, accessible cheeses, and then 3 suggestions for more intense types or only stinky cheese fans will like. And this is in that more intense list. It's one of her favorites. It's on the saltier, oilier crostini. Wow. I just don't know what flavors those are that are shouting at me. Some are subtle, some are loud. And I don't know what to call them. That is wild. This is good stuff. I like it. I might just eat the whole thing right here on camera. No, I wouldn't do that to you. But what is going on? It's got a dairy consistency in plus extra things like it's very stringy, clingy, sticks to every surface. Pick up the spoon, there's going to be little strings. It is gooey and viscous. So it acts somewhat like dairy, like other cheeses we've seen, but I'm not sure I get dairy notes smelling or tasting. Not sure anything is standing out is milk, cream, butter. None of those things sound, none of those really describe what I'm getting. Let's go on a rye cracker that's just rye, no salt. Okay, good chunk of rind in that piece. It's easy to scoop the rind off of the bark, the spruce bark collar. So that works well when you get out that far. Let's see what we have here. On the rye, I'm getting some sort of vegetal notes. Something grassy, or maybe woodsy. Something that was growing at one time, and a plant's not an animal. There it is again. Kind of mid-palate, mid-development. A little grassy note pops out. Maybe vegetal's a better description. It's not necessarily grass, but something that was green and growing. Wow. Wow. I'm at a loss for words here. The pairings are going to be really weird. Can't imagine. Okay, really big lot of cheese and rind. And not much cracker. So let's see if I can pull out some other descriptions here. There's a slight tanginess, a brightness. It's not quite acidic, it's not sour milk. It's not like, maybe a shade towards lemon or some kind of citrus. There's something bright, tangy. Often happens with sheep's milk cheeses. And this is all cow. So there's one more descriptor. Delicious, easy to recommend for people who aren't scared of stronger flavors. So the nose, on just smelling the outside, leads you to think one thing. I'm not getting I got a little mushroominess on the outside. I'm not getting that much mushroominess on the inside. So it's just shattering every expectation. Okay, I'm going to do this again. Oh wow, there was a nice creamy note there on the end of that bite that reminded me of other Bries. Okay, so maybe it's changing or my palate's getting used to it. And this may require a period of getting used to. That's a good little hint of salt, cracker salted. That's where it came from. Wow, just love it, love it, love it. This will not survive the day. So what kind of pairing am I not scared of? I'm going to throw up pecans on this. So mostly the runny cheese. A good dose of it here. It's a little bit of rind. Yeah, that should do. I'm going to try to put on 3 nice pecans. They're small, but I'm going to end up with whole ones, I think. There. Ought to be able to taste that, don't you think? Okay, so the pecans were detectable. I could tell they were pecans, but it just wasn't a great combination. So I'm going to go in a different direction here. Going to scoop up a lot of inside stuff on a small crostini, which is salty, oily. Let's do a little sun-dried tomato here. There's a good chunk of sun-dried tomato there. Chopped up a little bit in smaller pieces. Let's go. Good pairing. It goes. Sweet. Puff of smoke in the tomatoes. And the tomato, there's a tanginess and a sweetness in the tomato. And that goes well with the cheese. And I don't know what part to say it goes with. So I'm still trying to describe this stuff. Something besides good and But I don't know if I'm going to end up with any. Okay. Gonna try some Mayhew pepper jelly. Which might be something that goes with everything in my mind, but okay, I'll just try that. So Mayhew's a fruit that grows down here in the south, and pepper jelly is done all over the place. So let's try that. Pepper jelly is good, and it goes with the cheese. Interesting mixture of heat and creaminess, and tastes I can't describe. Woo. So I think my last pairing here is going to be some dried cranberries. Got a little multi-grain cracker. Got a few sweetened dried cranberries. Wow, that's a lot. That's a big wad. Let's see how this goes. I like that. It's pretty complicated. Cracker and the cheese and the sweetness of the cranberries, fruitiness, makes a really good mixture. So that worked well. I'm shocked that I came across a cheese kind of late in the game for this series where it had interesting notes that I like and cannot really describe. So I hope it's not a lasting thing. Hope I get to describe many more things to you. But this one is just kind of a mystery. So please give this video a thumbs up. Leave comments and questions down below. Share it with friends, families, neighbors, random people on the street. And hit subscribe and click on that bell to get notified when the new videos come out. Only one more video in this series that's planned, and then we'll be hopping over to chilies. So be on the lookout for all that stuff, and cheers. Ooh, it got me, it dripped.